Support WrestleTalk!
Order a t-shirt.
More tensions brew between Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Another big match is made for Royal Rumble. And it's a bad day for Rusev Day. I am Luke Owen, and this is the 9th of January 2018 edition of Smackdown Live in about 4 minutes. Smackdown Live opened this week with a uniquely different setting, with AJ Styles having a sit-down interview in the ring by Renee Young. Not only is this a great use of Renee, whose talents have been wasted since the cancellation of Talking Smack, but it broke up the monotony of Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan bickering. Styles talked about his Royal Rumble match, where he will defend the WWE Championship against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match, which brought out the best friends. They announced that if they win, they will become the first ever co-WWE champions. This is a great addition to the story, as it removes the usual triple threat formula of partners fighting over who gets the pin. Styles now has to beat both guys on his own. Shane McMahon made his predictable entrance and announced that while he didn't agree with Bryan's Rumble match, he would book a preview of sorts for tonight, with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on Styles, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura in a 3-on-2 handicap match. This was an interesting main event because although it puts the heels at the disadvantage, it plays into the overall storyline of Owens and Zayn being unfairly picked on by Shane. In a nice touch, McMahon ran into Bryan in Gorilla and the two shared an awkward handshake. The returning Becky Lynch took on Riott, who is apparently this guy's future ex-wife, and won in a short match. The Riott Squad have lost all their steam since their debut, and losses like this won't help their cause. And to show that kayfabe is truly dead, we got a mixed match challenge segment where babyface Becky Lynch was thrilled to team with heel Sami Zayn, who supposedly screwed SmackDown Live at Survivor Series. The Bludgeon Brothers killed the Acension quickly in a squash match. I still love this team, but it's time to move them onto a different feud. Mojo Rawley defeated Zack, Ryder to advance in the United States Championship Tournament and had a brief stare down with his next opponent Bobby Roode in the ring. Jinder Mahal cut a backstage promo against a backdrop befitting Woken Matt Hardy and promised to beat Xavier Woods next week. New Day weren't on the show this week, but Woods made sure to watch the promo from the appropriate angle in his hotel room. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin came out to cut a promo about their tag team title match from last week. Although they never officially had a heel turn, this segment cemented their position, with Benjamin getting some very year 2000 your local sports team heat. This town has a successful local sports team. Yay! But your local sports team rivals are way better. Boo! Gable was particularly great, even dropping in what I hope is a new catchphrase, an obscure reference to the 1992 comedy Encino Man, shutting down the crowd with a squealing shush. Daniel Bryan came out and continued his story with Shane by not directly siding with their heels, but booking the babyfaces at an unnecessary disadvantage, announcing that at the Royal Rumble the Usos will defend their tag team championships against American Beta in a 2-out-of-3 falls match. This was a wonderful segment that not only elevated Gable and Benjamin, but also furthered Bryan's character, highlighted by a backstage scene where Shane called him unstable. Bryan responded by saying that because of Shane's gene pool, he's more likely to be the unstable one, leading to Shane simply saying, "I'm gonna leave you alone," and walking out. Rusev Day announced themselves into the Royal Rumble, which they've renamed the Rusev Rumble, and then lost to the Fashion Police in a shock upset. It seems Rusev Day are getting the Zack Ryder treatment, where the company don't want to push them just yet, but the crowd are so super behind them, they just beat them every week. That'll teach you for getting over on your own. The main event saw AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match. It was a basic TV main event filled with star power, and it was fun for what it was. The genius of this match, however, laid in its story. Owens and Zayn tried to get themselves counted out, so Shane made it a no count-out match. Owens and Zayn then got themselves disqualified, so Shane made it a no DQ match. Everything Shane did here is justified because they're the heels, but it adds more fuel to their campaign as well as his tensions with Daniel Bryan. Not only that, but the match showed that if you have a 2-on-1 advantage, you're likely going to win, which plays into the Royal Rumble title match. Owens and Styles battled to the back, leaving Zayn to get dropped on the table, Kinshasa'd in the face, and RKO'd for a babyface win. Expect Daniel Bryan next week to announce the same rules here for Styles Styles match at the Rumble. So that was this week's SmackDown Live in about 4 minutes. Vote in the poll above my head to let me know what you thought using this ratings recap from top to bottom. Smack damn, smacktastic, smack bang in the middle, Ellsworthy, and Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy laughing at each other. I'll read out the results in tomorrow's news. And while I really liked a whole lot about the storytelling of this show, it wasn't particularly brilliant. This week's SmackDown Live is a high smack bang in the middle. By God, Stone Cold Steve Austin is returning to WWE! Click the videos on the screen right now for more awesome wrestling content.